your boy Jay. Welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another episode of Man Cave, hosted by yours truly. So, it's been a minute since I put out the last episode, and I know I gotta start being more consistent and putting out more episodes. But I just been working a lot and like driving and doing stuff and taking care of home and shit like that. So, but anyway, all that jazz. How's everybody doing? What's the world getting into? How's everybody feeling today? I got a couple questions. Well, yeah, I can say I got a couple questions. Excuse me. And my first question is directed more towards men. Like us as men, especially black men, us as black men in America, how often do we just get the opportunity to be vulnerable? And I mean vulnerable in the sense of like just whatever we go through, when we come home or when we go hang out with our boys, or if we go to the pool hall, go drink, go to the courts or go to the field or something, or whatever, or even in the gym sometimes, do we just take that opportunity to be vulnerable and say whatever is on our minds? Like, does anybody do that? And if so, like, what are some things that you try to work on? Or what are some things that, you talk about during those sessions? Because, I mean, like, sometimes I'll reach out to my friends and I'll ask them, like, hey, what's up? Like, you good? Like, I'll basically check in on them. And I'll ask them, like, yo, you good? What's up? Like, how's everything? How's the family? How's the kids? How's the wife? Simple shit like that. Now, granted, my friends will tell me whenever they feel comfortable telling me. And I'm not going to sit there and harass them like, oh, you need to tell me, or you need to tell me, or you need to tell me. I'm not going to sit there and ask them 35 times, how are you doing? I'm going to ask you once or twice. And then, that conversation can go either one of two ways. I'm good, I'm chilling, or I'm not, I'm kind of going through it right now, I'm dealing with some shit, and shit like that. And to me, I believe that that's fine. And I feel like more men, and especially more black men, need to find a safe space, because we deal with so much shit in the world, and it's like we gotta come home to our wife and kids, and sometimes we may not be feeling like that. Sometimes us as men may not feel like talking. Sometimes we may just want to sit in the driveway and just collect our thoughts. And there's nothing towards, our wives or girlfriends or kids or anything like that. It's just more so I gotta ground myself before I can come in this house and, help with the kids and do all the cleaning, the cooking, the bathing, doing all of that stuff. And I feel like sometimes us as men, we need to just take a moment to ourselves to relax and unwind and get that stress up out of our system. Because the last thing you want to do is carry that undue stress into your home, and it doesn't even need to be there. Like, it's so minuscule, there's no point in even having it or allowing it inside your home. So that was my first question. My second question is, not necessarily isolation, but reflection. Come on, man, I wasn't ready for my to, but at the same time, it does help. And I believe sometimes you do have to reflect to figure out where you've been and, understand it, and then come up with a plan and stick to it about where you're going. And then sometimes, like, just reflecting on, like, life in general. Like, do you ever feel as though if you would have did things differently, would my life ended up like this? Or if you do something differently, oh, my life would have ended up like that? Like, in the back of your mind, is it always that self-doubt? Or not even self-doubt, but just like you're wondering, what if? Like, what if I would have did that? What if I would, like, for example, okay. So what if I would have joined a different branch of the military? Like, what if I didn't join the Marine Corps? Like, let's say I joined the Army. Would I have stayed in? Like, what would I have stayed in? And like, what would have been the people I met? Because I mean, a big thing in the military is, camaraderie and like brotherhood and or sisterhood. So I would say that's the biggest thing I miss since being out, is just I miss the camaraderie. Like, I talk to my friend Chris all the time, and I tell him, like, bro, I miss it. Like, I miss the camaraderie. I miss the way things used to be. And I'll tell him, like, yeah, I miss it. But then it's just like, I'm glad I'm out. I'm glad I'm out. And because if I were to go back and do boot camp all over again, knowing what I know now, yeah, it would be an absolute breeze. Like, I feel like it would be so much easier, but it's just one of those things that I've thought about, and I'm just like, what if my life would have happened differently? Like, where exactly would I be in life right now? And then, like, another question, well, not another question, but like another example. So let's say so I went to technical school, and I didn't go to your traditional 4-year university at all. I didn't do that. That wasn't my route. That wasn't the way I wanted to go. But I will say this: what if I would have went to a HBCU? And I'm not gonna say like, oh, PWI schools don't give you the full experience as a black man in America. But an HBCU teaches you how to think differently and, things of that nature. So yeah, it was pretty much those couple questions. Episode's kind of short. But I will be getting guests on here later on. I gotta figure out how to do the Zoom. I think it's Zoom or like Amazon Teams. And not Amazon Teams, Microsoft Teams, and to like video record with other people, so I can kind of like interview them and ask them different questions. And make it more enjoyable. But this is the second episode of the Man Cave. Come back. Don't forget to click the link, like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on what's the other thing? Follow me on Twitter. I'm always usually on I'm either on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. My Facebook is Chris Waits. My Instagram is uncstatus007, and Twitter is uncstatus. I believe that's 007 as well. But yeah, click the link, like and subscribe, follow me for more content. Also, I want to do, I think I'm going to start doing a Patreon too, because right now, since I'm driving over the road, I want to start videotaping, like where I'll be going and like the things I see and some of the people I interact with. I do have a dash cam, so I don't know, maybe I might upload some of that stuff as well. Other than that, yeah, stand by.